Good afternoon to all of you. Today we are going to study exit interview, grievance interview, and online interview. First of all, let us study exit interview. Exit interviews are conducted when the employee leaves the particular organization in which he is working. Exit interview. This type of interview takes place when an employee leaves the organization. An employee may leave the organization for better prospects or because he is dissatisfied with colleagues, the working culture, or the organization. There may be so many reasons behind it. He want to resign the post and want to transfer due to family problems. Any reason may be there, but it is true that he is going to leave. An interview at the time of leaving will make the employee speak his mind freely. He need not fear making adverse remarks. What happens during this interview? He is unburdened because he is free bird. He can speak whatever the feeling suppressed in his mind. The interview should, however, be conducted discreetly. If its objectives are to be fulfilled. So, such type of interviews, it is the responsibility of the employer or the boss or whatever the panel of particular organization is to give is to permit him to speak very freely so that his whatever the reason he can speak freely and it is the responsibility of that each and every employee will live. So what will happen? So they can implement good policies for the betterment of employees that they should not leave. The interview should, however, be conducted discreetly if its objectives are to be fulfilled. The interviewer should invite the employee to speak frankly about the problems faced by the employee and invite suggestions to rectify them. So the employee may be rude and make unpleasant comments on fellow colleagues and superiors, but his must be handled tactfully by the interviewer. Whoever is the interviewer, he should handle the situation tactfully. So the aim, what is the aim? The aim is to seek information that will ultimately help the organization improve, to grow, and smooth out dissension among existing employees. The information provided by the employee should, however, be used judiciously, as I could sometimes contain, as it should sometimes contain exaggeration and falsehood. Whatever the things told by the employee to the employer in the exit interviews. So, what is the aim? To seek information, to find out, to fetch the information from the employee who is leaving the organization to improve. And just I told you, so that his suggestions, his insights, his research oriented statement, uh, his findings, nishkarsha, why the reason, whether mere family reason, family problems, or he is dissatisfied with the working culture, he is dissatisfied with the future of the particular organization, he is dissatisfied with the colleagues, and what may be the reason. So many reasons are possible. So grow and smooth out dissension among existing employees. The information provided by the employee should, however, be used judiciously, as it could sometimes contain exaggeration and falsehood. So the dexterity with which the interviewer handles the interview will help the employee to part on an agreeable note. Thus, the exit of an employee can be approached positively and turn to the benefit of organization through the exit interview. Look at exit interview. Next type of interview is grievance interview. What is grievance interview? The grievance interview is conducted in order to address the complaints or grievances of the employee. Grievance is garhani, takrari. Just look at one image. Grievance interview. Look at employee. They are in a tense mood. You can see the language. They are not happy at all. Stress is there on their face. Other employees also, so you can look her face. Look at this employee aggression. Yes, I hope you got it. What is grievance interview? Grievance interview problems faced by the employee. They put forth in front of the employer. They are the group of employees also can raise their voice against their problems. It may be for their justice or whatever the purpose. Yes. So, allowing employees to air their grievances help the management to resolve issues which otherwise could assume larger proportion. Whatever the problems, whatever the queries, whatever are the relations between colleagues, it should be healthy. So, allowing employee to air their grievances help the management to resolve issues which otherwise could assume larger proportion. Gain an insight into the problems faced by the employee in order to rectify them. Gain an insight into the problems faced by the employee in order to rectify them. Some problems should be raised. Win the goodwill and confidence of the employees. If employee they are not speaking, they have grudges in their mind, and it should be resolved for the smooth functioning of the organization. And it creates an atmosphere of harmony within the organization to resolve conflicts. Conflict should be resolved. At such an interview, it is necessary for the authority to listen to the employees' grievances attentively and with concern. At such an interview, it is necessary for the authority to listen to the employees' grievances attentively and with concern. अथॉरिटीनी देखील हा प्रकारचा इंटरव्ह्यू आणि जे काय म्हणणं आहे त्यांची बाजू हे ऐकून घ्यायला हवी. अनेक वेळेस काय होतं की असे प्रॉब्लेम राहतात, एकमेकांच्या मनामध्ये मग दरी निर्माण होते आणि मग कुठेतरी त्याचा विस्फोट होऊ शकतो, नको त्या ठिकाणी होण्याची शक्यता असते आणि एकूण इन्स्टिट्यूट किंवा ऑर्गनायझेशनचं वातावरण चिघळतं, लोकांच्या मनामध्ये नकारात्मक प्रतिमा तयार होऊ शकते आणि ऑब्व्हियसली विश्वास देखील उडण्याची शक्यता असते. लोकांचा, कस्टमरचा विश्वास जिंकणं तेवढंच महत्वाचं आहे. The employee should be invited to voice her or his grievances freely. In the end, the authority should summarize the message from the employee and present a gist of the grievances to ensure that he has heard the communication correctly and then suggest remedial measures. Whatever the remedial measures should be there, that should be the outcome of this type of interviews. One of the biggest advantage of grievance interview is that the employees get an opportunity to vent their feelings and emotions, suppression of which can cause major problems to the organization. Suppression of which can cause major problems to the organization. Just I told you, emotions when they are suppressed may cause great problems. So at least they should given they can speak, or if somebody else listen our stance, we feel happy. The very fact that management has provided them with a grievance mechanism which is sensitive to their concern goes a long way in strengthening employee relations. So that is the benefit of this kind of interview. तणावामुळे तणाव वाढत राहतो. तर तो तणाव इंटरव्ह्यूच्या माध्यमातून सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न केला तर तो कमी होतो आणि संबंध जे आहे ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये एम्प्लॉई बॉस या सर्वांचे चांगल्या पद्धतीनं राहू शकतात. Look at the image. This is called as grievance interview. Now, next type of interview is online interview. Just look at the image. Online interview. Online interview is a job interview conducted over the internet using web camera, a computer microphone, and in some cases a live chat feature like Skype. An online interview is similar to a face-to-face interview. Interview success needs an attitude of professionalism. Professionalism. An employer may select to conduct an online interview instead of face-to-face interview to save the company money and time. In some cases, it is more convenient for job applicants since it eradicates transportation, time, and cost. In some cases, it is more convenient for job applicants since it eradicates transportation time, cost. Okay, whenever or wherever the candidate is across the country or across the globe, one can attend and face the interview with the panel. They are situated at far away from each other, but with the internet connection or with the features like Skype, they can connect, they can speak, like our Google Meet, same thing. Now this is our lecture, but it is online, not interview. But I also can conduct your interview with the help of Zoom app. I hope you are getting. Purpose, everything is the same, but you can sit at your suitable places, and transportation cost, your time will be saved. So online interview is similar to a face-to-face interview, and interview success needs an attitude of professionalism. An employer may select to conduct an online interview instead of face-to-face interview to save the company money and time. In some cases, it is more convenient for job applicants since it removes transportation time and cost. Yes, very good. See in 2020, online education, online interview, everything is online. Now you are online. Yes, you can imagine. Everyone is online. Small children, they are also online. Online education, not interview, but interview context is different. In interview, you are advancedly in advance, you are informed about it, you are also prepared, panel is there, how many panels, how many people in the panels are there, you know in advance. Look at this one, online interview. Mostly when employer and the candidate are in different countries, time zones, then online interviews are preferred. Online interviews, time zone across the country, across the world, time zone is important. America, Europe, Asia, time zones have to be followed. Besides the mode of communication, distant interviews is much like in-person interview in which a large degree of professionalism is needed. It is required, large degree of professionalism. One has to follow the etiquettes, rules, and professionalism of one's interviews. The nature of an online interview is such that an interviewee might feel more relaxed since he is in the comfort of his own home or office. Just I told you, this can be an advantage, especially because some candidates may get nervous during the interviews. This can be an advantage, especially because some candidates may get nervous during actual interviews if they are sitting in their own place, home. So they get a feeling of comfortness. However, the interviewer should take great care to avoid being too informal in tone or conversation. However, he should not be too informal if he is in his office or house, home. He should not take it at informal level. An interviewer who is situated in an official environment will possibly expect a certain level of formality. Formality should be followed. It is important. Interviewer who is situated in an official environment will possibly expect a certain level of formality. Interviewer इंटरव्ह्यू घेणारा इंटरव्ह्यू घेणारा इंटरव्ह्यू पॅनल असू शकतो, एम्प्लॉयर असू शकतो, त्यांची कमिटी असू शकते. म्हणजे इंटरव्ह्यूअर म्हणजे इंटरव्ह्यू घेणारा, इंटरव्ह्यूवी म्हणजे इंटरव्ह्यू देणारा. यू शुड कीप दिस इन युअर माइंड. To get online interviews, channel conducts the interview. Okay, they are in informal mode, but some formalities should be maintained. So thanks a lot for your cooperation. Have a great time. Bye.